YouTube, what's going on? Happy Wednesday. Let's crack a couple of cars. I'm going to start with this. Pretty cool Johnny Lightning Lincoln Continental. Numbered limited to, I should say, 1256. And this is actually a really cool casting. I have it in like a dark green color. Wow, that looks killer. I love opening my cars. This color is pretty much amazing. Camera's not going to bring it out. That is awesome. This is a really nice casting. I really can't wait for Greenlight to bring theirs out. It's coming very soon. But this one is going to be tough to beat. There are some castings from Johnny Lightning that I like better than Greenlight. So I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up being one of them, but we'll find out soon enough. So that's a cool addition. I love adding cool stuff like that into my Johnny Lightning collection. Found this today. I found this a couple months ago, and I think I found like 3 or 4 cars that day, and I had to pick, like, you know, I found, I think 5 or 6, but I could only get a few, and I had to eliminate a couple of them. And this is one of the ones I eliminated, and I haven't seen it since then. So I was pretty happy to find it today. Truck day at Hobby Lobby. It's just a blue collar Dodge Ram. You wouldn't think it'd be that hard to find, but I've only seen it twice. And I really like this one. It's a it's a 2500, which I have a couple of the Dodge Ram half tons. But I don't have any that are the Cummins diesel, so that's like, I was really stoked about that. This is your Cummins heavy duty diesel Ram 2500. You've got the hopper in the back. Like, I'm sorry, but that's just cool right there, you know. It's one thing to be an M2 car and have a blade on the front, but you're taking it to the next level when you put the hopper on the back. So that's awesome. Tremendous detail on this truck. Tremendous detail. Well, we got a little paint chip up on the roof, so that's a bit of a bummer. But, you know, perfection is something we all strive for, but will never reach. Overall, I grade this one a solid B. A solid 8 out of 10. I like the wheels. Nice prototypical wheels. The tires seem to be a little bit small. That's one complaint that I might have with it. But a cool truck, and it's a truck I'm definitely happy to add. I also, on Monday, I found this one. This is the same tooling, I believe. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. And this is also a 2500, but this is not the Cummins. Which, you know, it's not a visual. Can't tell the difference between the Cummins, the diesel, and the regular or unleaded fuel models. It's just the little Cummins logo on the quarter panel. I think looks sweet. But this Black Bandit Power Wagon is dope. It is so awesome. I love the wheels and tires. They just look killer. And I think with these wheels and tires, I think they have a lot to do with why I feel like these ones are a little too small, because these trucks have the same wheelbase, they have the same lift, but you can see the difference in the size of the tires. Plus, I love that aggressive off-road mud terrain tread. And then there on the white truck, there on the quarter panel, you can see the Cummins logo right here, right there. Pretty cool. So these trucks are kind of a pain to collect because it's hard. You know, they don't fit in any of the display cases, and it's just hard to keep them stored. But man, a couple of awesome Dodge Ram trucks. So that's pretty rad, I would say. And then I also found this one that same day. Both of these are from Series 14. You can see my camera hates the black trucks. It just doesn't get along with them. And I don't know if that's the lighting. It's probably just the lighting, you know. I don't have the best setup here. It's come a long way from what it used to be, but there's still a long way to go. But a couple of really cool trucks. And on that note, we're going to take a look at my Black Bandit collection. So I'll start with kind of the castings that I'm less a fan of and work my way to the nicer ones. This is a casting here. I have maybe 3 or 4 of these. I don't think I'll be buying any more of these. I'm not a fan of this casting. Kind of irritated with it. I wish the top closed. I think it would look a lot better. So, but, you know, well, gotta have one of everything, I think. Or at least I try to. I try to have one of every tooling, at least. Alright, what else would I say is low on my list? This one here, I love the casting. I think Greenlight smashes this casting. They do a really nice job with it. And I think this looks really good. But compared to a lot of these other cars, it's not the best. There's a Jeep Wrangler. Pretty dope. Oh, look at that. We got a little bug on the road. Get out the road. My diorama, it's the grass and trees the little bugs have taken to it. Taken refuge. Here's an early one. This is back when they had, you know, one of 2,500 or 3,000 or whatever the number was on the packaging. Little murdered out Chrysler. And it was back when Greenlight's quality control was a lot better. Their work was much better back then. That's a cool car. Here's a popular one everybody likes. Black Bandit Police. I like this casting. That's a pretty cool little car. One of my favorite Greenlight castings is this Ford Bronco. I want to get the other Black Bandit that came out, the hardtop. If any of you have that you're willing to trade, I would love to make a deal with you. But yeah, these Broncos are sweet. I like that one a lot. This one's pretty cool too. Old Chevy Impala in a flat black. Really good looking car. I would like to see them do more stuff like this and less of the police car and truck and SUV stuff. Here's another police car. Yeah, it's okay. This is the one I was talking about a couple videos ago when I picked up this one. This one I like. This one, it's okay. But this one, I think looks pretty sweet. Pretty cool little car, little Javelin. There's a big difference in the size between the Greenlight Javelin and the Johnny Javelin. Such a difference that they look like different cars. I wonder, I'll have to check to see if they're the same year. All right, where do I want to go next? How about this one? Dodge D100 pickup. That is a pretty cool truck. See, the older trucks I don't mind. It's the newer ones that it's like beating a dead horse. I think that black Ford, this casting, this is a brand new tooling from Greenlight, and it's already been in the Black Bandit twice. So that kind of stuff I don't like, but whatever. All right, so now we're going to get into the stuff that I like. I'm more favorable towards, like this split window Beetle. That is a rad little casting. All these castings, you know, they are what they are. They're pretty cool. You all probably have, everybody has these. But if you find a casting you like from Greenlight, you have to go out and pick it up in the Black Bandit. That thing is sweet right there, man. A lot of awesome detail. The parachute coming out the back. Little zoomy tubes poking up. This is an awesome little car. This is good for the hitch and tows, the flatbed trailers. Here's one pretty sweet car. The Ford Focus and the Taurus and the Explorer, they're all castings that Greenlight does really nice job on. They all have insert headlights and tail lights. They seem to get the lines right. They seem to get the stance right, which is something Greenlight does have an issue with sometimes. Not a lot, but sometimes. Let's see. This one's pretty sweet here, although the front axle is wrecked on it. So this is a matte, well, it's not. It's a gloss black truck with a matte side panel. And the front axle, as you can see, is pretty bent. So much that the driver's side wheel comes off the ground. I have another C10 here, though, that I like a lot better. This is the one that's matte black with a gloss rocker panel. It's an awesome look. Very, very cool truck. This thing's pretty sweet. Although, I don't like what they did here with the headlights. They tampoed the friggin' headlights. And I'm thinking they did that because everything behind the clear insert lenses, everything behind it is painted black. And so I think it would have looked awesome, though, because the headlights would have been blacked out. Like the Men in Black Taurus SHO, which looks sweet. But they went ahead and put these white little, I don't know if they're stickers or tampos, but it does not look good. They should have, if they were going to do this, they should have done them behind the inserts. Then it would have looked a lot better. But I really dig the wheels and tires on this one. Tires look good. They have a nice tread pattern. And those black steelies look killer. So that's a cool car. I dig it. And this thing is awesome too. Really nice Chevy van. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty. Here's, this one should have been shown earlier because I really don't care much for this one. Another Dodge Ram. It's a different tooling. It's not the same tooling as the Power Wagon. And as you can see, it is not lifted. So I don't even know if this is a 4x4. I don't know, it's a cool truck, but it's alright. This one's awesome. I have this green machine. This is probably the nicest green machine that I have ever found out in the wild. Here's the regular version of it. Check out that shovel. The detail on this thing is awesome. Old Dodge military truck. Check out that stance. Straight up beast. There you have a pickaxe. I love this truck. This is probably the most, I love 1:64 scale diecast, but I especially love 1:64 scale premium detailed 4x4s because there aren't a lot of them out there. This is probably the most aggressive 4x4 casting in my collection. And I have 3 different variations of it. Well, 4 if you count the green machine. I think I'm missing 1. And then these last few are going to be my favorite of the whole bunch. This is another early release that was pretty limited. I think there's only 2,000 of these, maybe 2,500. And it is just a sick looking Dodge Charger. This thing looks so good murdered out. It looks so good that you're not even going to be able to see it on camera because it's just, I don't know. I wish my camera would focus on this stuff. Look how awesome that thing looks. Great stance, awesome wheels and tires. Black on black on black. The only thing they could have done better with this is blacked out the windows. That would have looked cool. Check out those wheels, man. They look great spinning. That thing's sweet. So I got that one, which I like a lot, and then I got 3 more. So in no particular order, this thing looks killer. Murdered out. 1970 Chevelle SS. This is another one I have the green machine of. You can see these cars, like the biggest downfall of these when you open them is they get marked up so easily. Like if you look at it, your fingerprints will get all over it. So you have to wipe these things off pretty regularly if you handle them. But man, they do look good. They really look good. 70 Chevelle, and then the last 2. This one is dope. This is I think it's a 1984 Monte Carlo Super Sport. So Paul, what do you think, man? You think this looks better than the Johnny? I think this is nicer than the Johnny Lightning casting. What do you guys think? Comment below. Do you prefer the Greenlight Monte Carlo or the Johnny Lightning Monte Carlo? The Johnny Lightning it's a nice casting, don't get me wrong. But I just think this one's a little bit better. And this has only been out, I think, there's 5 different Monte Carlos you can get. Black Bandit, Hollywood, which is Jesse Pinkman's red one from Breaking Bad. And then there's the hobby exclusive, which is the one I really want to get because that thing looks so authentic. And then there's the first cut, which in the first cut, those are 2 packs where you get a raw, and then you get like a regular version or like a stock version. So that one has a white stock version, and then the raw. I need to find that one too. The only first cut I have in my entire collection is actually of this casting right here. Oddly enough, the Nissan GTR. Which, yeah, I know some of those racing GTRs look good. The Brock looks good. The Shell looks good. But to me, I don't know. I almost think this one looks the best. This one, as you can see, there is no stance issue with the Black Bandit because the wheels and tires fit it correctly, or whatever else they did to make it not have a stance issue. But it looks really, really good. So that's an awesome car. I dig it. So yeah, that's I think all 25 of my Greenlight Black Bandit collection. So I brought this home. I've had this on my desk at work. This is a throwback. This came from Cambodian Holiday. Some of you might know him as Vic Oric. Really nice guy back east in Georgia. He sent me this set, and this is my favorite one. I cracked them all open. I took this one to work, put it on my desk. It looks so killer. And I'm not a big fan of this brand, but tell me that thing doesn't look dope. So you have the Hemi logo on top with the painted hood. Not a big fan of the opening doors, but in this case, they actually, you know, this one's real loose, but it closes pretty nice. It lines up pretty nice. My favorite thing about this car is those wheels. Those wheels are totally amazing. Totally amazing. And see, this is this is an earlier M2 also. I think it's like 2013. And back then, if you check out the grill, back then they didn't just put chrome inserts in, they actually painted them too. And it almost looks like, I don't know if you can tell, or I don't know if I even be able to tell, but it almost looks like there are little transparent lenses in there for the headlights. You don't see that type of stuff anymore from M2, I don't think. But check that out. Like the indicators on the bumper are painted. It seems like a lot of that stuff has been cut out from what they used to be back in the early days. So the reason, well, I brought this home, but I figured on this video I would just show. I recently got the Auto Japan cars, and you know, they're premium detailed Japanese cars, which I am a huge fan of. So what I wanted to do real quick is just show a size comparison, because theoretically they're all the same size. They claim to be 1:64. I think Greenlight runs a little, or I think M2 runs a little bit big. I would argue that they do, and I could show examples of why. But proportionately, I think they got these right. So you can see how much bigger the American muscle car. You can see how much bigger the American muscle car is than the Japanese import. But wow, those two cars look great next to each other. That looks awesome. All right, well, that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you for checking it out. I'm going to get it uploaded right now as I listen to Joe Rogan's podcast and shop eBay for some cool diecast. That's what I'm going to do right now. So you all have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your week. I got a lot of stuff going on this weekend, so Not sure how much hunting I'm going to be doing. Not sure how many videos I'll be doing. But you all stay at it. Go get you some die casts. Happy hunting. And I will holler at the next one.